Nick Fuentes, this child, this weird little gay kid in his basement in Chicago, is participating in a super PAC.
Well, looks like we got trouble in right-wing racist paradise, okay? We got Tucker Carlson versus the young Nick Fuentes, basically an old racist versus a new racist, and somehow the token, Candance Owens, gets caught in the middle. And when I mean she got caught in the middle, she is catching strays.
Candance Owens got married to British royalty worth $200 million after meeting him for 2 weeks on Zoom. What the fuck is even that about?
Hey, now, why he is not lying. He was just on her show. Like a couple weeks ago, I'll post a picture right now. I'm not going to show a clip. I'm not going to waste my time on that. So where does this stem from? Why is he going so deep down about Tucker Carlson and then aiming at Candance Owens? Well, basically, Candance Owens went on a Tucker Carlson channel and interviewed with Tucker Carlson, and Tucker Carlson said this.
I didn't say this, but the only reason I know who he is because someone sent me a video a few years ago of him attacking me. And I was like, so I'm looking at this. And I'm like, well, first of all, this kid's really talented, like legit. And I can assess that just having done the job for so long. So it's like, wow, lots of talent, native talent. And he's attacking my dad as a CIA, his dad's in the CIA or whatever. And I'm like, well, that's no, untrue. Then my father dies and I learn actually, yeah, was involved in that world. I was completely shocked by it. So no one has to believe me, but that's just a fact.
Right.
This was in March of this year. And I'm like, well, how the hell would this child from Chicago, my dad was 84 when he passed. Like, who does this guy know who my dad is? And like, he's in intelligence. How would he know that?
Tucker Carlson's father was appointed by...
Before I let him finish, if you don't know what just happened, all she said was, yeah, that's how she called her straight because she agreed with him. But basically he's saying he doesn't know who she is. He doesn't know who he is. Tucker Carlson does not know who Nick Fuentes is, sorry. And that he did not know his dad was a CIA agent until his dad had passed away sometime back in March. Well, Tucker Carlson is about to check him on that.
Tucker Carlson's father was appointed by Reagan to do U.S. information warfare, running the CIA's propaganda empire of international broadcasters, facilitating the overthrow of communist governments like the left-wing government in Nicaragua during Iran-Contras, and in China during the Tiananmen Square massacre. And he was bragging on a panel with Rupert Murdoch, the founder of Fox News, who the Reagan administration got into the United States because he's from another country. Dick Carlson then went on to work for neoconservative think tanks where he defended Israel. They're basically an outfit for Israel, working with other CIA agents involved in Iran-Contras at these various NGOs. That's Tucker Carlson's dad. That Tucker did not know was in the CIA. That Tucker is pleading ignorance. He was shocked, just absolutely shocked, that his father that ran Voice of America and USAI, his father that was at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, that was at these other neocon think tanks, appointed by George Bush as an ambassador, didn't know he was in the CIA world until he heard it from me.
I probably shouldn't even say this, but I had...
Now, I don't like Nick Fuentes. I definitely don't like Tucker Carlson. But in this whole situation, Nick Fuentes is absolutely correct. Come on. You didn't know your dad was a CIA agent? You didn't know the things he was doing. Come on now. I mean, you can be good at your job, but you're not that good. You're going to know. Someone at Tucker Carlson level, even if he didn't know as a child, he knew way before March of this year. He knew way before his dad passed away. Who is he fooling? But then Nick Fuentes has the same questions that I have. Why did Nick Fuentes become a topic of conversation? First of all, this is all entertainment to me. All of them suck. It's fuck all of them to me. They are both racist, white supremacists. And then Candance Owens is just a token that they use to get their message out to other black people or to validate themselves and the nonsense that they spew out. However, he's correct. Why would they bring this up? I mean, even Nick Fuentes even said, well, like, what do you have against me?
Why is Tucker going so hard against me? What's really going on? And why does he sometimes say base things? Well, you got to go back to what J.D. Vance said. If we can engage in speculation, you got to go back to what J.D. Vance said at the Quincy Institute. In May of 2024, Vance went to a isolationist think tank that is backed by Soros, that is backed by the Koch brothers, And according to Jewish Insider, he put a pro-Israel spin on America First, just like Joe Kent, just like Tucker Carlson. And what Vance said was this. Vance said, we need to give Israel what they need to police the Middle East. He said, we need to give Israel the tools they need to fight Iran. We need to expand the Abraham Accords to counter Iran. Why? Why do we need Israel and the Sunni nations, Syria, Saudi Arabia, Egypt? Why do we need Israel and all of our other Arab allies to come together in an alliance and give them the tools they need to counter Iran?
So basically, this is all about the Israel-Iran war going on and the U.S. continuing to assist. Neither one of them agree that the U.S. should be assisting, but Nick Fuentes is saying, hey, your dad was the CIA agent who started all of this. And Tucker Carlson is saying, hey, you're a part of AIPAC. You're getting money from these people. And one thing you have not noticed that Nick Fuentes has not done, he hasn't denied that. Every clip I've seen, he did not deny anything Tucker Carlson said about him, that if he was receiving money or not from AIPAC or from just any type of Israel type of supporting type of corporation that wants him to push their agenda. He never denied it. He just attacked Tucker Carlson. To me, this is all funny. This is all funny because they're literally fighting over nothing burger. They're literally fighting over who can be the most racist and who can attack the Republic, who can attack MAGA the worst right now, even though they both support MAGA in general. It's weird. I just thought it was funny that Candance Owens, she just caught a random stray just for being there. She didn't even say nobody. She said, yeah. Hey, this is just nothing burger, man. I just thought it was funny for y'all to see how these far-right wingers, they're so egotistical that that racism came and bring them together. The support of ending the Israel and war in Gaza can't even bring them together. It can't bring them together. This whole Israel-Iran situation can't bring them together because they're egotistical to the point where they would just rather rag on each other than to come together and say, this is our agenda. But at least they both say, hey, we shouldn't be supporting Israel. We shouldn't be sending money to them, giving them weapons for them to bomb Iran or even Gaza, all right? If you're still here, I know it's been a while, man, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I have been on a busy schedule. I work overnight now, but I'm going to try to put a new video out every Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning. So go ahead if you're here for the second time. If you've been with me, you're rocking with me, hit that like button, leave a comment. It's good to see y'all. I'll see y'all next video, hopefully tomorrow.
Nick Fuentes, this child, this weird little gay kid in his basement in Chicago, is participating in a super PAC.
Uh-oh, looks like we got some trouble in far right-wing paradise.
Candance Owens got married to British royalty worth $200 million after meeting him for 2 weeks on Zoom. What the fuck is even that about?
Candance Owens taking strays just for being there.
Why is Tucker going so hard against me? What's really going on?
And all of this stems from Tucker Carlson just saying this.
I shouldn't even say this, but the only reason I know who he is because someone sent me a video a few years ago of him attacking me. And I was like, so I'm looking at this. And I'm like, well, first of all, this kid's really talented, like legit. And I can assess that just having done the job for so long. So I was like, wow, lots of talent, native talent. And he's attacking my dad as a CIA, his dad's in the CIA or whatever. And I'm like, well, that's untrue. Then my father dies, and I learn, actually, yeah, was involved in that world. I was completely shocked by it. So no one has to believe me, but that's just a fact.
Right.
This was in March of this year.
Tucker Carlson said that he did not know his dad was in the CIA until his father passed this year in March. And I just want to say very briefly, that is a very, very important thing that he said, because if he's lying about that, in my opinion, it calls into question in a very serious way whether he is a sincere or honest person. And spoiler alert, that is a lie. Tucker Carlson's father was appointed by Reagan to do U.S. information warfare, running the CIA's propaganda empire of international broadcasters, facilitating the overthrow of communist governments like the left-wing government in Nicaragua during Iran-Contras, and in China during the Tiananmen Square massacre.
To be honest, this is just pure entertainment to me because if you ask me, it's fuck all three of them.
I'm the inauthentic person. I am that person. I am a spokesman for the disaffected white man because I am one, and you two are not.
Smart news now, facts, details, opinionated.